We could try that again. Bang bang to the gang. Faithful boys in the building. Benjamin Ness, P. Warrior, Uncle Keith. What's good with y'all, fellas?
Bang bang, we
Yeah,
in the championship room tonight.
Come on, man. Y'all know the motto. We gonna bang till we can't no more, which means we gonna bang to infinity. We done made it to the Super Bowl. I know P. Warrior was a little skeptical, wondering was we gonna get there, but yet and still we have made it. Uh, not sure we performed the way that y'all wanted us to perform, but ultimately we got the job done with where we need to be. So y'all know we're gonna deep dive into the game. Recap a little bit of what happened last week again. Talk about our challenge, which is these Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I open the floor up to y'all first, bro, because I feel you in particular have a lot to say, especially about the defense. So I'm gonna turn it over to y'all, bro. As far as what went on in Detroit, I'm more anxious to talk about Kansas City myself.
all right. Well, yeah, man. I don't know. I might have been spazzing or going ham, but I just didn't like what I saw out there. Oh man, it's a championship game. This what y'all done worked all year to get to in terms of the NFC Championship game after what happened with Philly last year when you didn't have Purdy in there. Then man, y'all letting these boys run through y'all like water. Then you're halfway running, you ain't chasing. You know that ain't the defense that I didn't seen and the players I didn't see. So and then y'all talking about you got to go have meetings talking about calling people out and for the effort. Come on, man, this is the freaking NFC Championship game. You one step away from getting to where you're trying to get, and you out there halfway running, halfway chasing, not tackling, letting these boys run through y'all like water. It's like, come on, man. I'm sitting up there, dog. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. I'm about to pitch my glasses and I need my eyeballs. And I'm like, come on, man. This ain't acceptable, man. Come on. And I ain't a player. But there's a standard that's been set for the whole time there. And come on, man, this Super Bowl weekend, we talking about, it's like Allen Iverson. We talking about practice. Come on, man. Ain't nobody shouldn't be telling y'all got to run to the ball and you got to tackle and you got to get off the blocks. Come on, man. If you talking about being a championship, you got to pay the price. And it's like, if you didn't come back and win against Detroit, then this what we was going to be talking about. The fact that y'all wasn't willing to really pay the price to really get it in. You know what I'm saying? Detroit was hungrier than y'all. Where's the hunger and the fire that's gonna be needed to beat Mahomes? You ain't gonna beat him playing like this on defense. Okay, and I ain't even blaming Brock Purdy in the offense. I'm talking about Fred Warner. I'm talking about Greenlaw. I'm talking about Armstead. I'm talking about Bosa, who been
Nicholas
there, who know.
John Bosa.
Yeah, come on, man. And it's like y'all sitting out there, you know what I'm saying? Come on, first series of the game, Detroit going up and down the field. I'm saying like, damn, okay, then they'll get the reverse. And I know we trying to get to the Super Bowl, but come on, man, I gotta address this. Come on, man. Y'all letting these boys run through y'all like y'all wasn't even out there. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why y'all got back in the game, because y'all made the plays, the offense made the plays, and in Detroit, boneheadedly going for it on the 4 downs. That would turn the game around. But other than that, y'all got outplayed. Green Bay outplayed y'all. If you go back to the divisional, defensively, you're giving up. You wasn't looking good out there. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna be able to play like this against Mahomes and expect you gonna win. You play like that, you gonna get killed. Because Kansas City ain't gonna let you come back like the other teams did. So we about to find out if y'all really didn't learn y'all lesson, if y'all really gonna come with that fire for 4 quarters. You ain't gonna be able to play a half or a quarter here and think you're gonna make up all no lead against him. Mahomes and them got that killer instinct. You ain't gonna be able to run him off the field like that. You ain't gonna be able to run Kansas City off the field like that. And I told y'all all year I was never worried about the offense. I always figured that with Purdy in there, and Shanahan, and the weapons we had, we could score. I've been worried about the defense all year long because I never was just quite sure that they was all there. Now, whether that was D'Amico leaving, maybe so. I know Wilkes got a reputation of being a good defensive coordinator from all other places, but I just didn't feel right about the defense all year long. And so this got to be the game that they got to play their best game, and they got to play 4 quarters. And man, We gonna find out right off because Kansas City gonna come out there trying to run the ball just to see what they gonna do. And if I see that loafing and lollygagging around like they really ain't into it, I don't know if I really want to watch it because I don't want to see them get killed like they could get killed. But it's on them, man. And I won't even blame Steve Wilkes because you call a play, but they got to execute the play. And you get Detroit their credit, they was ready and prepared. But come on, man, the coach ain't out there running around making a play. You getting paid, and for all of the money they invested in these dudes, for y'all to be half-stepping playing, that's not acceptable out there. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I could go on and on. I'm gonna just leave it right there.
All right, well, how you
All
feeling
right,
about
now.
the team coming into the game, bro?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Go
How
ahead.
you feeling about the team?
Yeah. We're going to get away from Club Shay Shay for a minute and bring it right back to where T.I. is. Let me say one thing about my 49ers. They played so poorly the last 3 weeks that it shows you just how talented they are. If you can come back against a team like Detroit, if you can come back and stop a guy named Green Bay and come back and get the plays when you need them, you start believing that. And like P. Warrior said, we can't do that this week. We have to hit the ground running like we on fire. Bosa, they got to get to the quarterback. They got to get in his face. Pacheco need to have his chin checked the first time he touches the ball. I don't care if they throw 6 flags. Because what Detroit did to us is they modeled their game, they started their game off of what Green Bay did. Green Bay punched us in the mouth and we flinched. They went at our throats. Now, if we've got no pride at all, we're going to get run off the field. But if we hit Kansas City hard first, our defense can hold them down. I think that Detroit had a better running game than Kansas City, if you want to go back and really look at it. And in the second half, when they committed to stopping the run, what did they do? They bottled it up. Now, as for getting angry, throwing glasses, this is my 4th set this week, for the record. I crushed some. I almost ate one out of nerves. But I'm going to tell you like this. Anything worth doing is worth going through a little anxiety and agita. So I can forgive P. Warrior. I wanted to send you a hug, but my hands was too tense because it was awfully intense game, man. It's like we fought through so much. We had so much we had to believe in. We come from such a long distance. We had a questionable quarterback, questionable defensive coordinator. We had this question, that question. We made some moves, and we get to the game before the game we need to be in, and we laid an egg. It was a stinking hot pile of poop. It was awful. It was so embarrassing. My lady came in to talk to me, and I just said, she thought I was sick. I didn't have words. And then I calmed down. Early and late in the beginning of the second half, I said it's Purdy time. Somebody's got to make a play, whether it be Brock Purdy, no matter who it is, that changes things. And we have enough key personnel on our team where those plays have been getting made. I promise you, in my heart of hearts, I think we're going to beat the hell out of the Chiefs. Because I'm hoping just one game a year, we have it all together. And if you're ever going to have that, this is the game. If we play our best game, we're unbeatable. No team can stay with us offensively, and nobody can take our defense. We have to downplay our best efforts to lose. We have to lay an egg. We have to have bad conditions, things we're comfortable with. But I'm telling you, this team is getting better, as much as I hate to say that, in tough situations. We've done something 2 weeks in a row that Shanahan team has never done. Come from behind to win. If that don't encourage you, nothing should. We can go back and look at Shanahan's effort as an offensive coordinator for the Falcons and how they let New England come back in one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever seen in my life, as far as personally, and throw all that out the window. I did a deep dive into something this weekend, and I just want to share this real quick. I went back and saw some films on Purdy in high school. I went back and saw his freshman year at Iowa State, his sophomore year, his junior year. And I went back and looked at a movie called The Draft, where Kevin Costner played a GM of a team, and they were trying to decide who to pick. And the number one pick was supposed to be this quarterback. And it was a running back, this and that, this and that. And he ended up not choosing the quarterback because when they went back to that town and the quarterback was having the birthday party, none of his teammates were at the party. That's the exact opposite with Purdy, and it's been that way his entire career. When the janitor in your high school says he was one heck of a kid, a nice kid, and the ladies in the kitchen, and so on and so forth, he's been a consensus builder his entire as he became a man. And the teammates he had are willing to lay down on a shield for him. He really has the respect of that locker room for a second year. Been playing. Go ahead.
Say, bro, you know I'm about to get you now. It sounds a wonderful story. The storyline great. They said the same shit about Jimmy G. I'm just keeping it a buck. Oh, they love Jimmy. He a winner. Lady, you gotta go to war for him. End of the day, I will say this. He showed me a little bit of that it factor at the end of the game. You hear me?
He showed you a little bit of what?
Game. Because y'all
He
know
showed.
I've been do stuff
Wait. You said he showed you what?
He showed me some of that it factor.
Okay. That's a win. That's a win. That's a win for us.
Hell yeah. Like, all that y'all been saying, I that and that's drive. Because y'all know all I've been wanting them to play above the scheme. You know, when the scheme break down or when they take away the scheme, how to make a great players plays. Even the whole bounce off a motherfucking helmet. Eli Manning threw the pass to Tyree, I think it was named. That wasn't no
it
great
was
pass.
Tyree. It's a great catch.
When it's for you,
it's for you.
But you gotta have the fortitude to take the chance. So in that regard, I'm rocking with him. I just need him to do it one more week, and then all that you saying about they love him, I won't head after we didn't won. Yeah. Then it just storyline that more. He's just great guy. They've been performing since when he didn't won the chip. Because let me tell you this: you was talking about storylines before we came alive, and to me that conspiracy theory about the game, I'm all with that, and I'm gonna say this. And we do have the new quote unquote Brady that they're trying to make. Now, whether you like it or not, Patrick Mahomes have a legitimate rival in the NFL quarterback position, and his name Brock Purdy. Somebody who won his first Super Bowl the second year and won it. In the MVP conversation, one of the most accurate quarterbacks who in the league. We could talk it up, but he have a legitimate rival. All them other boys, Josh Allen, Lamar, they his peers, but they not his rivals. You feel me? If Brock Purdy win the Super Bowl, the NFL, they got another start, and now we could play up the Mahomes Purdy, similar to the Tom Brady, Eli Manning, or any one of them boys. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hey, I'm gonna come right back at you with one thing. For all the talent Dallas supposedly had, they ain't made it out of past the first round in the playoffs in how many years? So there is definitely a difference maker somewhere on that team. And somebody did step up in 2 games in a row and got us to win. And of the losses we had this season, how many times did that same somebody put us in position to win those games? Missed field goal.
Real.
Let's keep it real. This kid has got that it factor and it keeps showing it to us, except everybody doesn't want to see it. And I'm not just speaking of you in particular. You got Cam Newton and all those cats. They're coming after this kid. And I'm saying it's okay. Keep coming for him. Keep coming. Keep holding him down. Don't let him loose. But I'm going to tell you something else, too. If you're really looking at football, like you said inadvertently earlier, the kid throws in some of the tightest windows with the best accuracy in the NFL today. Who throws a better ball in tight coverage than Purdy? Who?
This my only thing. And this go to what P. Warrior was just talking about when he was saying didn't necessarily have the confidence in the defense all year, but all year he had confidence in the offense. This is the game. Now,
Okay.
if we have to win it ugly, cool, long as we win. But this the game when I need you to look like Brock Purdy from the regular season when we putting up 30. When you just dropping them bitches all over the field and it's just looking like clockwork. When we get the ball the first time, we need to go down there, dot, touchdown. Not no dot, 3 or dot, miss the field goal. We need 4 to 6 plays, 8 plays at max, bam, touchdown, hit them right out. Now y'all come out
This
and
is where
show me Mahomes great. Show me he great.
this is where Shanahan's history helps us. He cannot afford to
Come
get
on.
behind in another game or get a big lead in the game and lose it by
No.
playing conservative and playing small ball.
And see, bro, I love what you're doing right now because you're tying in all the real shit from the game with all the storylines that they use to build up these players and these coaches. And to your credit,
Mhm.
at some point the narrative gotta change unless y'all gonna stick him ultimately for his career to be the Marv Levy type guy. And with him being legacy and shit, I can't see that keep playing out. At some point, you gotta let him break through.
He's talking about Purdy.
I'm talking about
Shanahan.
Shanahan.
Oh, Shanahan. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You got the familiar history and everything else, but I got to tell you, how many times have we complained this year that Shanahan was calling a conservative game?
Oh
Not very
man,
many. Not very many. You think
nah,
about it.
but to y'all credit, like he have the quarterback that he trusts. So and
Yep.
it out a lot more like he was with Atlanta. Sometime to our detriment when we feeling like, hey man, run the ball first and let him get his feet up on them, and he coming straight out just wide open. So
Yeah.
he he definitely being aggressive. This game we just really hoping for balance and for successful so we could keep running it where it just opened up the pass. Because to a certain degree, McCaffrey done popped a few, but shit, one of them games, shit, think he was averaging like 2 something carry.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you something else. Also, in the second half of that the NFC Championship game, who caught 3 passes in the first part of that? Debo did. Opened up them lanes.
Bro.
And if you're running your offense as Debo's a distraction, even if it's not at his best, and you use him effectively, everything else opens up. You have to account for him.
I think they should run McCaffrey up. I think them inside runs, they pop, bro. I don't give a damn if they pulling somebody with some type of trap scheme or whatever, but when they run that goddamn ball inside, don't get me wrong, they put it to the left side, you're gonna get some shit with Trent over there. But to me,
Of
a
course
lot
you
of the
will.
runs be inside runs. And if they gonna flip your boy Chris Jones or whatever and try to get him matched up on the right tackle for the mismatch, then I don't know who playing the DT, but I'll be whamming his ass.
Well, you'll see more USEC if they do that.
Come on with it.
And
Let's talk.
they're gonna have to rub him. They're gonna have to rub him because that boy can bring the heat. But secret weapon time. Purdy's feet. You got
Real.
to run like it means something the entire game, son. Don't run first. Just run better. Because when the kid,
Bro.
and you know what I love about that quarterback? Damn, being hurt, he went head first every time. That gets you some respect. That it factor. He's he felt heat on his feet and outran a defensive back that was coming at full speed. He outran a defender. This is your quarterback and made cuts. That it factor. I'm telling you.
Not real talk. So shit, how y'all think they gonna go about trying to attack him?
Well, to me, and I've been kind of watching some of the, trying to watch some of the interviews at the, the Radio Row and, all the NFL people. Y'all got to use McCaffrey in every way you can. The mismatch that you have is Debo and him.
You got to use him.
You got to get the ball to McCaffrey every which way you can get, out of the backfield, in the slot, out wide, reverses, screens, however you got to get him the ball, you got to get him the ball, because that's the mismatch. Because you're figuring Kansas City going to put their best corner on Ayuk. You got to use the mismatch against their linebackers. We got our offensive mismatches against them. They got a good defense, don't get me wrong. And then when you're going to run the ball, you got to run the ball at Chris Jones. Make his ass tackle. Make him
wear him out.
Wear him down. I will run right on that right side with how they run to the right, because everybody knows most times they're gonna run behind Trent and Aaron Banks. I agree with you, Ben. I will run it in between the tackles, and I will run to the right. But then too, because you got McCaffrey as a mismatch, this should be the game where Elijah Mitchell gets some carries, just to get him on linebackers, to get him in space. See, to me, this is how I look at it. And I was thinking on this. Okay, this is Super Bowl. Whatever your best scheme, your best play is, you exhaust all of it.
Empty the tank.
Yeah, it ain't no more tomorrow. This is it.
Ain't no more excuses.
Come on, man, talk that.
Y'all feel me? So I'm thinking about this before we going on. I'm like, okay, Kyle, this the game where you get Debo, and whatever plays you ain't showing all year, whatever plays you've been holding, this the game you bring them out. Because Reed gonna have something for him. Kansas City gonna have some wrinkles. Well, this the game where you come with all your stuff. This ain't I ain't trying to go back to reliving all of what the past Super Bowl and all of that. Okay, Kyle, look, you got the better offense. Kansas City had the offense. You had the better defense in the matchup in 19. You got the offense that can score. This the game where you got to get the ball. You got to feed Debo. You got to feed McCaffrey. And then you get Kittle the ball. And then Ayuk. And then you get Jawan. Shit you use check. You got weapons. This the game where you don't hold back. You let it all go and let the chips fall where they going to fall. It ain't time to be conservative. It ain't time to be buttoned up. Let go, be free, and get the ball to these dudes. Use all the weapons you got. You see what I'm saying? And I will use Mitchell too, because he could be a factor. Just in the fact, if you you get the mismatch with McCaffrey all over the field, out wide, in the slot, in the backfield. You use both of them in the backfield. You get Debo in the slot. You get Debo in his regular positions. You use all of the weapons that's available to you. But I will come out running the ball to establish a run, because what you don't want to do is feed into the defense with the blitzing and the pressure, because they're going to try to come from that right side against the right side of the line. So if you can establish a run, get Brock in the rhythm, then attack and keep attacking, because you're going to have to play 4 quarters and you're going to have to attack and keep attacking, because Mahomes ain't going to die. You got to kill Mahomes. He ain't going to just lay down and let you kill him. You got to kill him. So the way
you got to hit him.
Attack.
You got to hit him. And I think Purdy's got more confidence with his legs after the last game.
I agree.
And let's flip it to defense for a second. What we gonna do about Kelce?
Well,
I
was thought about. Well, go ahead, Ben.
Go ahead, Ben.
Well, when I think back to the last game, Baltimore made the mistake of, they thought that they was gonna put Kyle Hamilton, who was one of the better safeties in the league, match up with him one-on-one, and they let him get the free releases. And more or less, what Kelce did was he murked that boy. He murked him out there.
He was Mahomes' outlet valve.
He murked Kyle Hamilton. You got to get hands on him. To me, and I was thinking about this. Kansas City don't have the weapons offensively that they had when they had Tyreek Hill and Kelce and all of that. You could just throw the top off. See, that's why they were so good, because Tyreek Hill was going to take the top off, and then Kelce killing underneath, and then when you try to double on him, then Tyreek Hill murking you. Well, they don't have that. Okay, they then morphed into more of a running team, short passing game. So to me, you put Charvarius Ward on that Rashee Rice dude. Then you double Kelce, make Valdez Scantling and all of them other tight ends that they be using beat you. You double on Kelce, and you got to be physical. And then you got to mix coverages every rep. You can't come with the same coverage every time because Mahomes going to eat it up. So you got to switch the coverage. But see, this is the game where you paid all these gazillions of dollars for your defensive line.
Yeah,
Okay,
They
this
got to
is
get to him.
You paid him $200 million. You paid Hargrave $90. You're paying Armstead however much you're paying him. You trade second round pick for Chase Young. Come on, man. You got 4 of the best defensive linemen in the game on your team. Ain't no way in hell that they shouldn't be getting no pressure, no sacks. They shouldn't have the blitz. You should be beating one-on-one just with your foe and let all the people and Fred and all these boys double cover and all of that.
It's got to happen though.
Mahomes, then he gonna burn you because he can run too and throw on the.
Oh yes.
So to me, this got to be the game where Hargrave and Armstead. Come on, man, y'all got to come to the party. See, that's why I was pissed off because you're paying all these dudes, and how you paying all these dudes and you getting run through?
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Team. John Lynch said we built our team. The defensive line is supposed to be the engine. Well, the engine was out of order. The engine light was on. Come on, man.
Need to be jump started.
Oh yeah, come on. Ain't no way that. Come on, man. You got all of these great defensive linemen people, and you can't get all blocks. You can't get no rush. You can't get a rush. If the way they want to play defense, the way they want to play it, which is you want to go with a 4-man rush and have 7 in coverage, well, then the only way you can really do that is your defensive line got to get pressure to make him hold the ball to either force the ball in there, which he ain't gonna do, or throw the ball underneath and then you rally and tackle, or you get in there with the sacks because the coverage is holding up. You're going to have to double cover Kelce. You're going to have to. I will put Charvarius Ward. I'm telling you, put him on Rice, double Kelce, and then your defensive line got to win. And they ain't got no great offensive tackles. Now, both are talking about they holding you. Well, you shit, you know they going to hold you. You supposed to still get off the hole. Get in there. They pay you all this money. You done got soft. Pissing me off.
You trying to protect that bag.
It ain't about protecting no bag. Now you supposed to be the one come Saturday. You gonna be addressing a team. Well, shit. The first thing you need to tell them is you playing like shit.
Damn, a little self correction, huh?
Hey, come on. You been playing like trash. Be honest and say you playing like trash, and I'm gonna try to correct that.
What did the defense do in the second half of that Detroit game?
They got active.
Yeah, of course
they did. They got off the ball first. They didn't wait for the play to come to them. And that's I think our defense takes breaks because we have a terrific red zone defense because they take it serious. We got to be serious when they're on their own 20-yard line and keep them from getting that 3rd and 20. If I see another 3rd and 20 against this defense, I'm gonna lose the rest of my hair.
The motto should be kill everything on the way to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like them niggas should be meeting at the quarterback off the end. They should be meet me there off the ends. Matter of fact, don't meet me there, beat me there. That should be the motto. And we killing everything on the way to him. You know what I'm saying?
I got a prediction. The game goes our way. If one thing only happens early in the game, we get a defensive penalty trying to get to the quarterback. Do some dirty, devilish shit, just bust somebody up. That'll fire that defensive line up and show them we're serious. Because right now I'm getting so sick of our defense getting punched in the mouth and we backing up the first quarter.
I'll put it to you
like this. Stop this first series of offensive plays by KC emphatically.
Oh yeah, you need to try to you need to three out the bars. You don't need to let it drive.
Leave no doubt about it.
I agree with that. But now think back to the first play in the Philadelphia game.
Yeah.
When Swift, they threw that pass to Swift, and you seen like 3 of them just smashed it, but you heard that lick. That's what I want to see. Soon as somebody catch that ball, I want to hear something pop now. all week.
What
I
and
normally
what did Swift do the rest of that game?
was on a behind.
Caught 3 passes and dropped 2.
Well, that's the thing. Well, this definitely the game to do it in. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking
But
for
that's what I'm saying.
Greenlaw to set the table on that. Like personally,
That's what I'm
I'm
saying,
looking for
Ben.
Greenlaw to set the table with Pacheco. We know
Yep.
Pacheco like to come, he run hard, and he like to pop up real quick. And I'm looking for Greenlaw to lay the law. I'm looking for him to set the tone and smash something. You
That's
feel
what
me?
I'm saying.
Absolutely.
As
I
far
Personally,
agree.
that's
as
why
the
I'm going back
pass
to what I'm
coverage
saying with
though,
Philly.
all like when you say double Kelsey, put your boy on Rice, we gotta worry about Valdez Scantley deep against Ambry Thomas. And I'm not
I
saying
was
Ambry
just
don't
saying
get
that
beat,
name.
but with the flags. We
Yep.
gotta
Handsy.
watch the flags.
He
Now,
very
me
handsy.
personally, I've been rocking with Ambry all year. I feel he improved. I think he gonna ball out in the Super Bowl. He might get beat once or twice. Shit happen, but I don't think he gonna be. I don't think he gonna be getting all them flags. But that's the
Well,
only
to me,
thing we would have to worry about.
before I go further, like I said, and I agree with you, Ben, and on. Just like in that Philly game, that first play, when 3 of them smashed Swift, and that was absolute, because that's what it was. You know, Philly was talking all that junk. Now Kansas City ain't gonna talk that junk because Kansas City ain't Philly. But you
They
got to
already
cement.
have. They starting to talk junk. They disrespecting Purdy. Yeah, mate. I almost ate my hat again today.
Yeah, that's automatic. But I'm just saying that Pacheco in particular, because you know they're gonna try to come and run that ball. Somebody got to lay him out.
You're
Let you
right.
know it ain't gonna be what it's gonna be. Now, a person that I think could be an X factor, and I think gonna make plays. I got a real good feeling about Lenore. I've been having a good feeling about him all week long. I think Debo gonna make some plays that's gonna turn the tide at the right time, because you saw in really in the playoff games, he really been the best player to me on defense out there. Outside of the picks that Greenlaw got, Debo been there in both of the games.
What about Ward?
So, huh?
What about Ward?
Yeah, and Ward. Because to me, I
Okay.
love. But Fred, you've been kind of off too. You know what I'm
He's been a
saying?
step behind.
Yeah. You been there all year. Don't get me wrong, I love Fred, love all pro, but dog, you got the lacking a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. You supposed to be the captain and the play caller, man. You supposed to be firing and kicking these boys in the behind out there. You know what I'm saying? And then you talking about, yeah, well, I can't call nobody out because I was all, well, shit. Okay, well, at least you admitted it. But you supposed to call somebody else out saying, come on, man. Okay, yeah, I slipped. Well, we can't slip. Come on, where the accountability at?
I will say this to you, the press. I mean, P. Warrior. There's got to be somebody holding somebody accountable in them halftime because of all them turnarounds we've had both games. Somebody's got to be communicating something.
Yeah,
And which means there's some leadership somewhere in that locker room.
true.
And that's a good sign, even though it's a bad sign. We need it all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like having a thoroughbred that won't stay in the lanes. It's a fast horse can win every horse. All you got to do is just run a straight line. We all over the damn place.
True.
You know, on our run scheme defense is because we over pursued, which is why they ran through us in the first half. In the second half, everybody stayed in their lane.
Mm,
And they shut down the running lanes. I don't know, man. It comes when you have more talent, you play basic football, you win. You win.
well,
You don't do anything crazy.
I agree with
So
that.
I'm looking for us to beat the hell out of KC. Well, all the problems we've had, we got to the Super Bowl with all those problems against teams that are supposedly better than us. We did
Well,
not have we had a front runner status on paper, not in the eyes and the ears and the mouths of the pundits. I want us to stay right in that lane. Downplay our quarterback. Question our run defense. Say our defensive line is not getting through and getting to it. They only got to do it right one game. Leave it on the game. My security system's going off, man. I got to bounce to see what's going on downstairs.
all right.
I'm sorry, but love you. I'll
All
hit
right.
y'all up for the Super Bowl. It was fun, but let me go down and see what's going on.
Okay.
All right, brother. Be good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep on rolling with this thing, faithfuls, cause we are in the Super Bowl, and it is about winning this chip. It's about setting a standard. Got to keep this standard going. These boys got a golden opportunity. I think, like, unlike when they were in here in Miami, back in 19, they do have the experience of knowing what it is to play in the game and all of the preparation and everything that's involved in it. So I do think they'll be fine as far as that part, but they got to play 4 quarters. They got to play every snap, every series, every play like it's they last, and really hone in and execute on the details. So, um, the media and the pundits is, picking Mahomes as the next great thing since sliced bread and all's well and good. But honestly, to me, I'm looking at this as a David versus Goliath matchup. Purdy being David, Mahomes is the Goliath of the NFL and the face of the NFL. But Purdy got it where it counts. I think he gonna find a way to get it done. I think he gonna wind up being the MVP of the game, in my opinion. I like Demo on defense as an X factor. I like Jawan Jennings as an X factor on offense, along with Mitchell if they use him. And I think the offensive line is gonna play better than what people think. Kansas City do have a really good defense, but they ain't went up against an offense like ours all year long. And so I think with Purdy, if you give Purdy time, he'll make the plays and get everything done the way he need to get it done. We're going to have plenty of fans out there in Vegas taking over that stadium. The faithful's going to be in the house. Wilkes got to come with his best game plan. The coverage has got to be on point. Got to mix the coverages and be multiple in the coverages. Starting off one way, going another way. Uncle Keith had to get off. He had something wrong with his security system.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Shit.
So I just was just talking. But yeah.
Nah,
So
bro, but all in all, shit, you own it, man. Like, end of the day, bro, we just got to put our best. We've been knocking at the door for a minute. For various reasons, we ain't get it done. We got another opportunity to get it done with these pieces and, shuffle some shit around. But your main cogs is there. Them dudes who was pups when you first went, they cut their teeth. You know what I'm saying? So now, time for y'all to bring it home. Like I say, great team, Hall of Famers over there, excellent defense. Y'all got to come with it. No stone left unturned. Like I say, any schemes you got, trick plays, shit you've been holding, you just got to throw it all out there now. And if you do that and you don't get the results, I mean, it's gonna hurt, but you can sleep better knowing you left it all out there. So,
but you know what? I was thinking about, I thought about this analogy. Think about the Rocky movies. The first time Rocky fought Apollo, he was a nobody, not known, but he almost beats the champion. Well, in a lot of ways, Mahomes made his name beating us, coming back. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about that earlier, and I'm like, okay, well, this time, when they had the rematch, Rocky against Apollo, well, Rocky knew what it was going to take to win. After losing, on the decision, like it did in the movie. And I was watching Debo press conferences all week, and you could just look in his eyes like it's different. And he even said, "Yeah, I came here. I was young. I was all caught up in the hype and this and that or whatever. I really didn't know what it took. I really wasn't prepared for what it was going, all be. But all of the players that, like you said, the core that started all these young pups, or none of this don't phase them now. You know what I'm saying? They focus. I'm looking at Debo and I'm like, yeah, he ready. He hungry. They know what's at stake. You know what I'm saying? And, it wasn't that Rocky was better than Apollo. Apollo was great in the movie, but Rocky wanted it more. Kansas City, Mahomes, we know you great, but I just know we wanted more than y'all because we know what it took. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done been to for the last 5 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? It's taken us 5 years from the time we lost to get back, and we didn't have to go through the heartbreak and all of that. So I'm looking at these boys, I'm like, man, I'm saying to myself, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, they like Rocky the second time. It's like Rocky wanted it more than you. It wasn't that he was better than you. I mean, I think we got a better football team than them, just overall talent-wise, but you got the one player that is the equalizer to all of that. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like Purdy, you know, being an underdog in the game, manager and all of that. You know, he wanted more than y'all. Fred Warner, Debo, them boys that lost to y'all, they wanted more than y'all this time. They more, you know, that, and that's what I'm saying. That's what made me mad last week. Is like, come on, man, you got a chance to, and it ain't about no revenge against Kansas City, but man, you got a chance to, you know, to erase, you know, the scars and all, you know, the NFC championships and that Super Bowl. And it's like y'all ain't playing like y'all hungry. You know what I'm saying? You got to play like you're hungry for 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? But I think this time it ain't gonna be, you know, where if we up, we gonna let that thing go, cause we know what it was like. You know what I'm saying? To be up and let these boys come back. As great as Mahomes is, and then I'm thinking too, as I'm thinking about, I say now, when Kansas City beat us and they was trying to repeat, they lost to Tom Brady in Tampa Bay the next year. What was the one factor? Well, number one, it was Brady, but 10-2. The defense of Tampa Bay, they pressure was all over that boy. Now, Kansas City offensive line was all hurt, you know, and things like that. And people say, well, ain't nobody, but still, they got after him. And I'm saying to myself, okay, well, y'all trying to go for the repeat this time. Well, it ain't Tom Brady that you're going against, but you're going against somebody who could become Tom Brady just in terms of being Mr. Irrelevant. Like Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick or whatever, and nobody thought he wasn't going to become something. This the chance for Purdy to become what people don't want him to become. Like you were saying with the narrative, you know, earlier, everybody won't trying to put Mahomes up there with Brady, this and that or whatever, but y'all don't want, you know, y'all don't want to give Brock his due. Well, if Brock break through and get this thing, then it's gonna be something now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a rival, because really Mahomes don't have no rival in the NFL in terms of quarterbacks that's on his level in terms of winning championships. Now, Joe Burrow to beat him sometimes, and you know, you got the other talented guys, but when it comes to winning chips, he winning them all. You know what I'm saying? The only person that he lost to has been Tom Brady. He haven't lost to nobody else. So if Brock win now, like you said, it's really gonna be a rivalry now, because like this the only other quarterback who beat him, and this wasn't a quarterback that we thought would beat him, because it's gonna take another great quarterback to beat him because of his greatness. You see what I'm saying? So no, I'm with you on that, and that's why I say, to me, this is like Brock Purdy is David, and he is the Goliath. You know, this unstoppable and, you know, unbeatable, you know, type of dude. You know what I'm saying? But we know what happened in the Bible. We know David beat the Goliath. Now we know that's a whole other scenario and situation, but still, that's kind of what it feels like. You know, Brock Purdy is this little bitty tiny quarterback who ain't supposed to even be on the field with Mahomes, but yet he's there. And he got the it factor too. You know what I'm saying? Just like Mahomes, but he needs to break through to silence all of the critics. Because if you beat Mahomes, then nobody can say you ain't worthy of being in the top echelon of the quarterbacks in the league. Because, like you say, going to the narrative, Mahomes is the best because he's won the championships. Now, you might have the other quarterbacks like the Allens and the Herberts and these guys that's athletic, you know, on his level, and can do all the spectacular things that he can do. But when it comes to winning, ain't nobody on his level.
But they
It's
can't
going to
say
take
you ain't better.
Yeah, exactly. You physically gifted like him, but you ain't better because he didn't won championships, and he done been clutch in championship moments. You know what I'm saying? But if Purdy get this dub and in a clutch moments, either hang with him or make the plays that's going to help us win the game, then it changes the whole narrative. Not so much about Mahomes, because they still going to be on Mahomes. We know that. And the NFL going to be on Mahomes. But now he's going to give Purdy the cred, you know, and even with that, you still gonna have people where Mahomes had an off day and this and that. You know, they're gonna make an excuse for it. But you ain't gonna be able to really, anybody that really know the game and that play the game can't say that this dude ain't worthy of his respect and his due if he break through. So yeah.
Real
So
talk.
that's how I was thinking about it like that. You know, like this time, the second time around, these boys, just because of the first time, they hungry, they gonna want it more when it really matters. Or they should want it more when it really matters because of what happened the first time, even Shanahan. Because if he get this one, you feel at minimum, I think you had said it when we was on last, he should at least get 2, like his dad.
Right.
That's all he got to do is break through. And once he break through, then more will happen. So, that's the hope, you know. So, yeah.
I want to say, dog, what I was about to say? Well, obviously, we know who we both rooting for to win. So, shit,
Yeah.
got a scope prediction. Hit me with it. And shit, we going to get on out of here because I'm driving out of the city.
Oh, okay. Well, look. Well, yeah, I think they're gonna win the game. Man, it's kind of hard to predict the score because, you know, I mean, I think it'll be 30-27. I think we're gonna get to 30 points. I just think that. I mean, we got. Well, I know they got the 30 points against Detroit. They got 24 against Green Bay, so that was a little tougher. But the elements played a fact. I think. Well, I say that. I think if we get to 30 points, we win in the game. And that's typically when we have gotten over 30 points, we've won all of those games. So if they get to 30 points, we win in the game. I really believe that. Because I think offensively, I don't think as good as Mahomes and Kelsey is, I think we can, you know, if we get into this rhythm, we can win it. Keys, of course, turnovers, you know, at the wrong time, God forbid. And they got to try to force turnovers or just get off the field. To me, y'all just haven't gotten off the field. So if they can get off the field, they'll be good. Got to get off on third downs. Got to get them in third and longs, and then you still got to make plays even then. Will's got to be multiple with the coverage. Every series, every play can't just keep one coverage out there. You got to be mixing it up all the time, you know, as much as possible. But then they got to win this game up front. Come on, man. This is why y'all paid these boys to be able to do this. So to me, I think they win a game. If they get to 30 points, they win the game. If it's in the 20s, I don't know. I think they got to score 30 points. You know, and as great as Mahomes is to bring them back, I think, you know, if it comes down to it, I think we can pull it off. But I think they win the game. I'm gonna say 30-20 something. I think they're gonna score. Kansas City's gonna score some points. But I don't think it's gonna be no blowout. It'd be great if it was, but just win the game. But I think if they score 30 or over 30, they win. I think if they get to 30, they win.
Okay, I'm going to say 24-20 myself. Little grind and pound. Maybe a turnover here too, but I'm going to say 24-20. We found to exercise the demons, you know what I'm saying? We get that 6th one. I don't know who's going to be the MVP.
Yeah.
Maybe McCaffrey. Maybe
I even
Debo.
McCaffrey or Purdy. That's what I was thinking. McCaffrey or Purdy, especially if they winning on a field goal or a touchdown pass or something like that. And like I said, to me, I think the X factor is going to be Demo. I think Demo going to make a play here and there that could turn the tide of the game, maybe a turnover or something like that. You know, defensively, I don't know. He's been in my spirit all week long with that. So I think it'll be. I think he's gonna make a play or two to turn the tide of the game. So yeah.
Well, that's the bubble shit. We'll be back. Hopefully, when y'all so we'll be talking.
Yeah.
Definitely with us. Shots out faithful as our time, man. For Pete Warrior, myself, Benjamin Ness. Shouts out to Uncle Keith. That boy prayers, faithful boys. We gonna keep banging till we can't. no more. We gonna bang out and get this bowl. At y'all next week.
Bang, bang.